Alrighty, another day, another dollar. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. It's Andrew here, and I do apologize for not putting out a video yesterday. The fact is that I don't know what the hell's going on this year, but I've been sick back to back, and it's just unusual. And I understand I normally get sick once a year, but I just started feeling better, and all of a sudden it hit me again. I don't know what the heck's going on. Anywho, today we are back in the starting from scratch series. We got our own vet here. That's ours, I believe. Just want to double check here. Yeah, it is. Okay. This is a customer's vet. They want us to repair all running gear faults, rubber bushing and something else. Fix suspension clunks and rattles, rear shock absorber cap. Gears keep slipping, pressure plate, general gearbox control and repair, clutch plate, pressure or release bearing, and probably the transmission if I had to guess, or gearbox. If we take a look under here, yeah, the gearbox is pretty smoked on it. So, but anywho, we got one inside right now. We got ourselves a Nissan 240 Fairlady Z, or it's an S30, pardon me, Fairlady Z. And what the customer wants us to do on this one is replace timing related parts, timing chain shoe, water pump pulley, brake system needs fixing, got a brake shoe, brake cylinder, two other parts that we still have to discover what they are. Transmission is noisy, it's pressure plate, and other tasks. We got to increase the tuning of the car by 5 to 10%, refill the brake fluid, coolant, and windshield washer fluid. And let's jump into this by removing the air books and now the air filter, the base plate for it. Let's get rid of the carburetors. Now I have bought in some performance parts for it, so we'll increase the power here. Right there, we got the intake manifold. We got the carburetors. And I had bought in something else. The exhaust manifold, that's right. Let's yank that off the car. Ooh, I say I gotta take all this stuff off first. Uh-huh. What? Do I seriously gotta take that pipe off first, or do... How's this thing work? Huh. A little stripper right down. Alright, put the good stuff on. All shiny. May as well just told us to change the coolant since we gotta drain it anyway. To get the water pump out of the way, let's check the work order. Perfect. We got the performance tuned. There we go. Now we're going to put the air filter back on. Air filter box cover thing. Alright. Now, let's back out of here. Let's go to here. Let's go to drain tool. Let's drain the coolant. Not really a whole heck of a lot in there. Alright, now let's get this fan out of the way. Now, as far as I know, I got majority of the parts for this, if I'm not mistaken. I went around and started buying all the parts needed for it. Zoom in there for a minute. Alright, I'm going to pop that off, and I think we're going to have to probably move the alternator. Probably the arm. Probably the distributor. What? No, you pop that clip off. Now the reason why I say it is because we got to get in behind here. And we can't do it with the distributor there because it goes right into the timing cover. And if I had to guess, we're probably also going to have to remove... Oi, hey, get out of the way there, man. Probably going to have to take this off. Just a hunch. And then this piece. Really? Well, that was pretty straightforward and simple now, wasn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and put the new one on. Put on the new shoe. There we go, let's put the face cover on. The head cover, or valve cover, take your pick. Alright, what else we got? We got the water pump pulley, which will go on next. And we gotta drop the gearbox. Alright. Actually, let's put the crank pulley on. There we go. Let's put on the... There we go. Put on the alternator. Good. Water pump. Brand spanking new. Water pump pulley. Again, brand spanking new. What about the belt? How good's the belt? Not bad, 76%. Can't complain about that. So I think maybe I should have put the distributor in before we put the fan on. Might make it just a little bit easier, you know what I mean? Clip B. The other clip B. Good. Now we're going to put on the ignition wires. Perfection. That's pretty much it for the motor. Alright, now we've got to raise this. We've got ourselves a dead caliper. I see. I'm wondering if I have one or do I got a... Ooh, and brake pad. There we go, found the issues. Now, do I have any? Well, maybe I do. Perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. Alright. Now, the other brake shoe. I have no idea which one it is, to be honest. Unless you take it apart. Yeah, I think we might have found the problem. I'm just throwing that out there. Because it was either going to be this one or it was going to be the other one. Yeah, I definitely need new shoes. Brakes are done. Let's put the old wheel back on. Alright, now we've got to put this thing up in the air. Let's get rid of the drive shaft. Alright, now the starter. Disconnect the wires off of it. Now we'll take the two bolts out. Let's get the gearbox out of the way. Perfect. Ooh. Most definitely needs a pressure plate. Well, let's put the new one on. Oh, we've got a couple of them. Must be another car that needs them. Hey, wait. Oh, hell no. You getting that one back. They tried to chisel me. Alright, timing parts are done, brake system's done, transmission is not... See, that's why I don't get it. It says transmission is noisy, but yet when you go to buy them, they say gearbox. What? There's gonna be a little off on that one, don't y'all think? I think so. Shoot. Alright. Now we gotta refill all the good stuff. Alright, let's see. What do they need us to refill? The brake fluid, the coolant, and the windshield washer fluid. Normally it's power steering, but today it's just brake, coolant, and wind. Now it didn't say change, it just said refill, so we should be pretty good with that. Alright, now we're going to run all the way over here to this side of the car. There we go. Let's put in some coolant. We're being a little rat. It sure as heck takes a lot of fluid. Oh. Overflow. Alright. We are done. What are we going to get for this? We got $92,106. Hey, you know what? Maybe we should put the drive shaft on. That's what I was thinking. It almost sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Hello. Being a little bit stubborn there. Alright. Now we are done. I got paid $3,600 for that. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Let's get rid of all these junky parts. Alright. You are going to be lost because you are the main vehicle here. Let's run this one in. Car lift A. And what I'm hoping we can do today, before we say goodbye to each other, I want to rip the suspension off this truck and pull the motor out. So, what my game plan kind of is today. Alright. What do they want us to do? Oh, wrong one. What do they want us to do on this one? Repair all running gear faults, rubber bushing, and part not discovered. Fix suspension clunks and rattles, rear shock absorber cap. Gears keep slipping, pressure plate. General gearbox control and repair. Clutch plate, release bearing, and a part that's not there. And then we got to change the rear window, the rear side mirror, the trunk, and the trunk window. So let's get rid of this. And then let's get rid of the rear trunk. And I said the rear window too, right? Yeah, which is this right here. And then it was the right side mirror, I think? Yes. Now, I'm hoping I got all these parts and pieces. See, I'm going to have a couple of them because, well, like I said, I got the one outside there that I got to do. I jumped the gun. Oh, cars from Iowa. Iowa. Alright, body parts done. Now, what we should do, let's put this back down. Well, we're going to attempt to. Let's pull these rear wheels. Pull the axle shaft. Let's get rid of the shock. Perfect. Run around here to the other side. Same thing. Get the wheel out of the way. I've got to pull the axle shaft to make sure that we're able to get the gearbox out of the way. And then, where's the starter? I think that's on the other side, no? I don't know if I can get it from in here. Oh, wow, they did let me. Nice. Alright, up you go. Alright. Gearbox, time for you to go. Ew. It's looking a little nasty. Real nasty. What? Alright, let's hope I got all the parts and pieces for this. New clutch plate. New pressure plate. And the new release bearing. Where are you? Perfect. New gearbox. Ooh, we even got one of them too. Nice. Alright, let's put the starter in since we're here. But before we go any further, ooh, look, they finally got the Christmas trees up. Nice. I didn't notice that. We got Boston. We got Solar. King. Voice. Moretto. Didn't even notice this. We got a Santa hat right here. Nice. And we got another one right here. Who's this? Pablo. Huh. Cool. Alright. Perfect. The good stuff is done. Alright, let's put in the rear shock absorber. Put in the solid, or the half shaft, CV shaft. Pretty sure we should be almost done after this, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we also got to deal with the bushings. Now, I can't remember which one it is, to be honest. Never mind, I think I can. Always have a spare hand of bushings on the way. Alright, we got that bushing done. Now, what could be the other part? I wonder if it would be a wheel bearing. I wonder if it could be. No, never mind. I think we found it. Son of a biscuit. I ripped the whole front suspension apart. Alrighty. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I still have one kicking around here somewhere. I could probably go into my little warehouse tickle trunks there and grab me a bunch of stuff out of the way, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Let's get this ripped apart, and hopefully the delivery guy will be here by then. Like I said, it's awesome having a parts depot right down the block, so. Alright, front shock, you gotta go. You'll be back. Alright, let's get rid of the sway bar and length B. Let's get rid of the outer tie rod. Lower control arm with the two bushings. Perfecto. Now this. Alright. Can't really do much now until they show up, so I'll turn the camera back on when they show up. crazy ass driver. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's been a little bit of time here. Yeah, the guy tried dropping it off over there. I was like, no. You just hand it to me right here. So, do we have it? What do we got? Where are you? There it is, right down there. Maybe I already had one. I'm not sure. But anywho, we got it. Let's go put this back together. Can't believe he's gonna drop that off over my parts pile over there. Well, I already had one. Huh, what do you know? Didn't have to order a new one. Oh well. Or hold that up by the tie rod. Beautiful. Alright, let's put this on now. Good. And then we'll put the swivel link B on. Put this on, and then this. The wheel bearing, the center cap, dust cap, bearing cover, whatever you want to call it, brake pad, 82%, not bad. Good enough for me, good enough for thee. Put the wheel on. And we are done everything. Plus we're going to get a bonus of 25% more money, so. Alright, we have 96,000. What are we going to get? Not bad. 15 grand for that. Not bad at all, I have to say. Alright, on to the next one. We already sent it to the car wash. Let's bring it inside. First things first, let's pop this. Ugh. Look at how nasty that looks, huh? Alright, so the OBD2 scanner on it. Alright, so we need new coils, new plugs. Okay. So, let's order them up. Let's make ourselves a little list here. Let's see, we need 4 coils, 4 plugs. What else can we do here? Let's do electronic multimeter. Oh, yeah, man, we got some broken stuff. Medium fuse type B, throttle body, relay A, battery, alternator, relay B, relay A. Okay. So, we need medium fuse type B. And we need an A and a B. Is that it? Just one? No, 2 A's. We need 2 A's, man. We need an alternator. We need a battery. And I could probably just fix the one we got. Seems like there's a lot of electrical issues. Throttle B6 or V6B. Let's mark this. Back up out of here, back over to here. Let's order that up. And very curious to know what else we need. We're going to cheat here a little bit. Well, it's pretty simple on which of the A's we need to replace. Be the 2 of them here. But you go like so, and it legit tells you what is wrong. How cool is that, huh? Just a hunch. Just a hunch. No. Oh, you got one of my new ones. Gosh darn him. Oh yeah, I can't crank it over because, well. Alright, so we need a fuel pump. Where's the fuel filter? All the way down over here. What the? Drives me nuts. You don't click on the motor, you can't take those parts off. A fuel filter. And I believe. We also need an air filter too. Would be my guess. Yeah. And the last throttle and the last part, throttle V6B. No, we already got that. Would be what? Oh wait. Ah, son of a. I know what it is. I know what it is. Alright, so we need an air filter, fuel filter, fuel pump. Shouldn't have did that. Should do it the other way. So we need an air filter, fuel filter, fuel pump, and an oil filter. This will rip everything apart while we're waiting, right? Ew. It's pretty nasty. Nasty. Ah, yes. Now we got no more parts needed. Okay. And we gotta change all the fluids for it. How lovely. Alright, we need a new one of these, so we'll get this one out of the way. We need new coils, new spark plugs. Get these old junky ones out of the way. But I shouldn't knock it because the previous ones I've done like this in the past, it's changed the stuff that's wrong with it, and it will actually start. It's quite impressive, actually. Alright, let's get the idler ray out of the way. Let's get the belt. The altimeter. Let's get the battery out of the way. Oh yeah, I've got to yank out these. Alright, we got the air filter, the alternator, the battery, the fuel filter, fuel pump, the coils, the fuses, the oil filter. Alright, we have everything out of the way. Now we're just waiting on the new stuff to show up. And when it shows up, turn the camera back on. Alright, we got our parts. The other guy was back, the other delivery driver. I'm pretty good with that. Alright, first things first, let's get this fuel pump in. Set it and forget it, you know what I mean? Alright, let's run our way around here to the front. Let's put this back up in the air. Alright, let's put our oil filter on. Beautiful. Put this thing back down. Get ready to put new oil in it. Alright. Put the new throttle body on. Alright, let's put the new coil or spark plugs. the sparky plugs and the coils. I mean, they were looking pretty dang nasty. Nasty. I mean, all the coils were red. I told you they're dead. Dead, dead, dead. New air filter. Put the cooler back on. Nice, 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 nice. Let's put in a new fuel filter. Stick in the relay B. And we also had to put in a medium fuse B, didn't we? Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to go like so. And it's the second from the end. That really takes the guesswork out of it. Like which one was it again? I can't remember. Well, now we ain't got to worry about all that. Let's put the cover back on. Slide our way over here. Get it in position. Into position. Let's put on the belt. If it was up to me, I would have changed the belt, but he didn't want the belt changed, so we're not going to change the belt for him. We need a battery. There you go, kind sir. Oh, we do have a battery charger. If you watch, it'll go from looking like a boom, all of a sudden it's flared out to normal size. Perfect. Alright, now they want the fluids changed. Brake, coolant, power steering. Gonna refill it up with all brand new stuff, new oil, fresh coolant, and just top up the windshield washer fluid. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh. I've basically been up since 3:30 this morning. Went to bed so early last night that my system's like, hey, we got our 5 hours sleep, we're good. Oh, I overfilled the brake fluid. Oh no. Oops. In my defense, I couldn't see. In my defense, you know what I mean? Good enough. Put some oil in it now. Actually, it doesn't look like I overfilled the brake fluid. I saw it spew out the top, so. In this car, I'm not too worried about making sure we don't make a mess with it because, well, have you guys seen it? I know it's a bad attitude to look at, but it is what it is. Alright, let's top this up, or better yet, put some in it. And we should be done. Yeah, buddy. Okay. We're sitting at $110,000. What did we get paid for it? 1,800 bucks. That's it. What the hell's up with that bullshit? I don't do this damn job for free, man. Alright, that's it for our work orders today. Alright, so let's quickly dig into this. Start stripping this bad boy down. And hopefully, next episode. What? What the hell are you doing giving me issues like that for? What do you think this is? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think this is, man? Alright, in the next episode we'll be putting the suspension back on it. Which will probably be Monday. Today's Saturday. I think. Yeah. Perfect. We should spray this bolt. Yep. Good. It's a good little spring, or we got a U-bolt or a bushing. Nope, we got it out. Nice, man. Nice one, man. Alright, let's get the caliper out of the way. Brake pad, rotor, solid drive axle. After we spray the time or two. There we go. Get the knuckle housing out of the way for the rear. Get the differential out. Perfect. Now let's work our way up here to the front. Start with getting the front wheel off. Good, good, good. Let's get the brake caliper off. And let's get the transfer case out of the way. Hopefully I can repair that, because some things are expensive. You know, I'm just going to try to put parts on this motor and put it back in. Like, I'm not actually going to try to rebuild it or nothing, since it is just a shop truck for now. Suspension-wise, no, that's all going to get redone, but... Alright, upper control arm, you are next. Sway bar length B, let's go. You gotta go, man. Outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Lower control arm. Bust the ball joint free. Loosen the control arm to frame bolt. I'll get steering knuckle C out of the way. Good, good, good. Let's get this bushing going. Alright. Rotor, you're next. Drive axle A, you're out of here too. Bearing, you go bye-bye. Alright, outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Steering rack. Drive axle D. Sway bar B, goodbye. Steering knuckle C. The bigger bushing. Bye-bye cross member. Alright, let's drop this thing down. Now that wouldn't work. I think I might need this tool over here. There we go. Put the air filter assembly out of the way. Let's go up here. Ready to pull this. Get rid of the ABS pump. I think we've pretty much got everything out. Nice. Alright, let's bring over. Alright, should we do the welding? Yeah, let's make it at least look decent. Perfect. Whoa, what was that? Clutch plate. Okay. Alright, I think that here is going to do it for this episode. I'd like to thank everybody who's watching. Please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to click on the notification bell. And we will catch you all on the next episode. Bye, everyone.